Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome to Northgard. Northgard is a game that is out on early access today. I have gotten a preview access to it, so first off, thank you guys for allowing me to have a key. Northgard is a really fun game. It's really a blend of all sorts of different kind of strategy genres, but at its best, it is, at its most core, it is a Viking themed real-time strategy game. Now this game, early release, $19.99 US dollars, 19.99 euros, and then 15.99 pounds as early access. And then once it hits full-fledged release, which they estimate, I think, in about 2 to 6 months, the price will then bump up. So if you think this is a game you might want, I would highly suggest grabbing it now. So today we're going to kind of run through this stuff. This is kind of a slower game, a slower paced game. We don't need to, there's no way to really just have these huge battles. It's not what the game is about. It's not a rush to build the biggest army and the biggest empire, well, kind of the biggest empire, but it is very much a chill kind of game. So as at early release, at its current state, there is no campaign, there is no multiplayer, there is only single player. But again, as they get more into development, they will develop a campaign as well as multiplayer. As you see here, I renamed myself Havoc Iron Shield. I have a clan color of red. Difficulty normal. AI players 3. 3 is currently the max we can do. Here are our clans. As you can see, we can pick 3. At this very moment, there are possibility of 5. Haven't been developed yet. So we have the Clan of the Wolf. This is basically your warrior type. So this will give kind of a breakdown of the Clan of the Wolf. They are aggressive, protective of their freedom, and a little more than reckless. As such, they get warrior buffs, and then their warriors eat less, and then they also provide happiness. We're not going to worry so much about fame bonuses at the moment. We'll get that more in the future. We have Ekthirnir. This is the Clan of the Stag, proud of their legacy of astonishing achievements. They are renowned as much for their honorable and regal manner as for their harsh justice and unyielding strength. Valuing wealth and fame, they are highly ambitious expansionists. They get a starting bonus of 75 wood, food, and crowns. That's really significant, and then we're going to play as them as such because of these buffs. And then the Hall of Scalds replaces the brewery and produces additional fame. Again, not worrying about those fame bonuses. And then last, we have Heindrin, the Clan of the Goat. When it comes to surviving in dangerous conditions and building sturdy settlements, the Clan of the Goat has no rival. As such, they start with 3 sheep, and the clan members eat 5% less food. So yeah, like I said, we're going to start with the Clan of the Stag. We're going to start the game. Each map so far that I've seen has been randomly generated, so I hope it is random, and they don't just have maybe like 10 maps. It just randomly generates all itself. That would be really, really cool. And here we go. Pretty quick upload. Really like that. And this is the basic where we start. So as you can see, we have a town hall. And rather than building our villagers and, spending 50 food to build them, you'll see this kind of meter go up here. Next villager is at a certain percentage. If you go up here to your happiness, you'll see that we have +1 happiness, which means 1 new villager will join our clan every 35 days. So that's what it does. It just spawns them in incremental amounts. That is very much dependent on your happiness. As you can see here, we have our population limit. We have food supplies, we have wood supplies, crowns, stone, and iron for our resources. And I'll show you how to get to all those in just a little bit. But first, we're going to build a house so we can increase our maximum population. Now, as soon as villagers spawn, if you don't automatically assign them to a certain project, such as wood cutting or stone cutting, things of that nature, they will automatically collect food, which is really nice. There's a lot of automation in this game to where you're not having to worry about, oh crap, do I have any spare villagers? What are they doing? Am I wasting time with this? No, this will automatically do stuff. So as you see, villager just randomly spawn. What's he gonna do? He's gonna start collecting food. Food is very important in this game. As you see in this time meter, we have a date and we have a month. We make a lot more food in the summer and in spring and fall. In the winter, we don't collect as much food. It just makes sense. So you want to spend your summer months building up your food as well as your wood, because you will consume wood in the winter as well, more so than you do in the summer. So building up wood and food are your two most important priorities right off the bat. Now, as I said, they automatically collect food. There are different ways to collect food, but right now the only way we can do that is just their automatic base foraging kind of a deal. However, if you want to assign them to start wood cutting, you have to go over here into your building browser and you have to find the appropriate thing. For instance, we have to build a woodcutter's lodge in order to officially be able to get a woodcutter. You'll then assign the villager to become a woodcutter, and that's basically how it goes. You build a building that you need to do. So if you want to mine some stone, first you have to have a region, and we'll get to that in a minute, that has stone. You have to build a mine in that region, and then you have to assign a villager to do that specific region. It's all pretty easily broken down when you think about it, and when you just kind of in your brain, it's like, oh, okay, well that makes sense. It's a little annoying, I think, because I can't just automatically collect things, but for this game, it really does work. So as you see, we sign it, he automatically becomes a woodcutter, and he will automatically start creating some wood. Now, another thing to mention is these guys, while they're carrying food, it really doesn't matter. It's not like you get plus 10 food when he drops that off. Automatically generates an incremental. Obviously, plus 10 is going to increment more than plus 5. So as we see here, we have a very good surplus of food, and it's only June. We're going to organize a feast. What a feast does, it gives us plus 2 and 20% bonus to all production for 1 month. 20 fame, which I'll get to in a minute. But that happiness reduces the time from a new villager from 35 days to 14 days. So it's going to give us a really good boost for winter, really be able to build up a whole lot of things. And the next thing we're going to build is very important. We're going to build a scout camp. So as you see here, we have a border. This is one of our regions. This is our only region. As you can see, it's kind of limited by our color and by our clan color, so that way it's designated. You know that it's yours. You see the limits of it. The only way to expand is to build a scout camp and to assign a scout to go and explore new areas. Now, for most buildings, you can have 2 people working at it at a time, so if we felt the need to, we could have 2 scouts going out and exploring. For now, we'll just do 1. So basically what will go down is he will start exploring. You'll see that right there. He's building up his map, so he's getting the region down. We will explore the region. The whole region will light up if there's nothing in it. If there are no enemies, no wolves, no draggers, no bears, anything like that, we can then colonize the area, but it costs food. And looky there, right off the bat. That's a little quicker than normal. So in this region over here, there are clearly some wolves. And as you can see, we all have some basic offensive and defensive capabilities. But if we really wanted to fight them off effectively, we'd get some warriors. And we might get to that in just a minute. I am again going to go ahead and... Oh, no, I won't. I won't worry about another feast. But here we go. So you can see here, there's nothing in it. There's no enemies, no nothing in there. We can colonize for 20 food. What does that do? That allows us to be able to build into this region, and you can see here that this region has wood. You can see that in the mini-map down below. You can also see that it's highlighted here. If you build a woodcutter's lodge in this region, it improves your wood production in the area by 20%. I think that's pretty good, so we're actually going to go ahead and build a woodcutter's lodge. We're going to have a guy come over here. Sometimes you have to assign them. Again, that could be a bug. It could just be how the game is. I'm not really sure. But we'll get him into a woodcutter, and we'll get him wood cutting, and he'll get 20% more producing 20% more wood in this area. All right. So you can see he gets relatively quickly, and you can see right here, and you can also see it in the mini map. That's another border, so that is another tribe, another Viking clan. Very interesting. We'll get to those guys in just a little bit. As I mentioned before, though, we have the ability to expand, and naturally, by default, food gatherers will just gather food from foraging. That's not the most effective by any means of the term. So here's what we have. This area is full of deer, and we also have a mine, which is pretty cool. This area has a deer. So what we're going to do is we have the capabilities. We're going to build a hunter's lodge. That hunter's lodge, we can then assign a hunter, and he will collect deer, and that will increase our food more than from the base of these hunter-gatherers. Or I guess just these gatherers. I'm actually going to assign you. Yeah, let me go ahead and assign you there. We are going to demolish this woodcutter. As you can see, he now has nothing to do. And so what we are actually going to do is we're going to build a trading post. Trading post will allow us to be able to trade potentially with this unknown clan of the Stag, if we wanted to, as well as a couple of other things that we may get to at a later point. But yeah, we are definitely, I guess we're not hemorrhaging wood at all. It's just going a little slow because we've been building a lot of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and organize a feast right before the end. We're making plus 12 right now. So we can definitely be able to afford some more people so we can start getting some good things done. Our new scouts have explored a new area. Alright, so as you can see here, normally we'd be able to just colonize, but we can't. Why can we not? Because there's a wolf in the region. So we have to figure out how to do that. Now what we could do is we could, actually we know we can't. We have to build a warrior's lodge, which is very, very interesting. So let's do that. Can we not build a warrior's lodge? We can't because, or a training camp, because we need wood. Yes, indeedio. Okay. We're going to wait just a minute, because a few things have happened. We'll assign this guy to become a trader, and that will allow him to make crowns. We're going to assign him to hunt some food. With these deer, winter has taken over. And as you see, we were at 14. Now we are at -1. So pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and build a training camp. That'll allow us to build warriors. Not only that, over here in the top corner, we have lore. So lore is your tech tree. And I'm sorry if I'm going really fast. This is a lot faster when you're trying to explain it. When you're just playing, everything's pretty slow. But now that I'm having to explain it all, it is actually decently fast. So your lore, it will automatically go up based on your population. But you can also get a lore area in the map, and that will allow you to have a lore master, and that will allow you to collect lore faster. So this is our lore. We have obviously over the limit, so we can start researching some tech. Sharp axes produces more wood, weaponsmith makes our units more powerful, and trading gives us more crown production, which enables trade routes with trading posts. So it'll allow us to officially trade with another region if we so chose. Now looking at what we got over here, looks like we have a brown bear, as well as a wolf over in this section. So in order to take either of these areas, we're going to need to have some pretty strong warriors. So I am going to go ahead and go with a weaponsmith. So you can see consumption is slightly higher. We do have 3 months of winter, so if we can make it through those 3 months, we will be all right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal some of these guys. I'm going to send him to forage. And I'm going to get my maximum of my warriors. My warband, right there, 3 out of 3. I'm going to select all, and we're going to go into this region. There we go. Very nice. Now that the area is clear, we can colonize it. Now that's not necessarily a wisest thing to do in the middle of winter, but since winter is getting a little over, we have plenty of reserves. I think it'll be all right. And then boom, we have collected another region. Now that also brings me to my next point. Collecting regions, the more territories you own and claim and can hold on to, the higher your happiness will be. It makes sense. As a Viking, the more lands you conquer, the more military units you have, the higher your happiness is going to be. Not only that, fame you need fame as a potential victory point. You need, as you can see here, our current title is Chieftain at 115 fame. We become a Thane at 200. And the Fame victory, we need 4 out of 12 regions controlled. We need 1,000 Fame, and we need to build the Altar of Kings. So that's just another, it's basically just a victory condition, if we wanted to do that. Spring has come. What do you got there? We got a Brown Bear, and we got a Circle of Stones, which will give us a Lore Master. That is exactly what I want. We're going to see if our 3 units can make it against this bear. Bears are quite a bit different. I think there are upwards of 3 wolves or more. We may lose one guy. There we go. Oh, we've got a rival clan, all right. We are severely weakened, though. We're gonna go out. We're gonna get out of there. Yep. You took it from me. Let's go ahead and repopulate. We can send however many troops we want. I mean, we could use the whole daggum village if we wanted to. Wouldn't be wise, but we could. And again, it's going to bring us up to some pretty good happiness. Our scouts are still scouting everywhere. Lots of things that we can get here. All right. We're going to go take this from him because I really want this Circle of Stones. Take him down, boys. Very nice. We're going to conquer it for 120. Now, as you'll notice, we have some wounded soldiers. Over here, wounded clan members have 20% reduced production. So that means these guys... Now, I don't necessarily know if military power has anything to do with the area. But, I mean, it makes sense that these guys would be 20% less effective if unless we can heal them. So that's something we're going to work on next, too. The weather is cold this year. You'll have a blizzard this winter, so we'll need to store a large amount of food and wood. Awesome. So we are in May, right at around, what, November, December, we're going to have a pretty nice blizzard. Fantastic. But, as you can see, we have our Lore Master. And we are now creating 8 lore per segment. I'm going to go ahead and get Sharp Axes. That's going to allow us to get 15% more wood. And then in the second tier, reduces the amount of food necessary to colonize one area by 30%. That's a pretty big buff. I like it, so we're going to keep it. One more clan member. Wolves. Yes. If we had fully healed units, I would totally do that. But we don't, so what I can do is I can build a healer's hut. They pretty much got an answer for everything in this game, and that's what I kind of like about it. So another thing to mention, as you can see, we were building food, we were making food, we're making wood, and we're making crowns. Stone and iron. We have an iron deposit here. An iron deposit is really, really good. In the 6 games that I've played, I have not had one remotely close to me. So that's really good. And then we also have stone. So potentially, we could forage, or we could make everything we need. Now, that doesn't mean we will, because it does cost a lot, and we do have to think about the fact we need food. Speaking of food, we have sheep here. If you have 1 sheep in one area, it will reduce the need for firewood by 20% during winter. So what we could do is we could drop a sheep everywhere. Not only that, I need to build a new house. And that's going to reduce the amount of wood that we need in all of our areas during the winter time. Or we could choose to slaughter them and gain 80 food. So if we were that desperate, we could definitely just turn right around and take on those guys. Pretty cool. I like it. What should we do next, though? As you can see, we've explored the region. This is the guys who attacked us. This is what they've got going on. Our scout was hurt. There is always that potential, that random potential to be hit. Did we hit that? Good. You're going to become a healer. Now the cool thing about a healer is he doesn't have to be in the same area. He just kind of auto heals as long as the warriors are in your territory. So as you can see, he will be healing the warrior at a certain percentage over time. And it looks like he's affecting that guy specifically. Pretty cool. I don't think the deer ever run out. I'm fairly positive they don't. As you can see, we've already leveled up. That's a really good thing we got going on there. Fur coats. Or, let's see, what else should we do? We could do colonization. Mining efficiency. We're not having anyone in a mine right now. We're going to do fur coats. Your warband no longer has reduced power when fighting outside of your territory during winter. I like that. I like it a lot. So on top of this research, we have four things down at the bottom. And part of this is another victory condition. If we get all 4 of these, then we win. So it's another incentive to maybe pump into lore if that's how you want to do it, because it is all based on research. At first we can get Freya, Balder's, or Jord's blessing, but it requires 6 knowledge. So we have to have 6 texts researched before we can do either of these, which give you some really good buffs. This gives you 20 stone, 10 iron, this gives you +3 happiness, and this reduces the loss of food production during winter by 30%, which is pretty daggum crucial, I'll have to admit. But so far, we're doing pretty good. Once we get healed up, we may go and raid. May go and raid and kill some of those guys. We may not. Not really sure. We'll just have to see how it goes. We can also upgrade, which is an interesting thing, something we need to consider in the future. Upgrading buildings just gives them buffs. This can add 3 shelter 3 additional clan members and improves the housing quality. So that's pretty good. Someone has moved into Thanehood. It is the yellow guys. Our fame has not quite gotten high enough. We need 200 fame. Not quite there yet. So yeah, this game is very fun. I do enjoy it. It isn't nearly as fast-paced as a lot of those games, but to me, it's kind of nice just to sit back and kind of just breathe a little. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. If you guys have any questions, be sure to ask them on the Steam page. The Steam link will be in the description down below, by the way, so you guys can go check it out. I will be paying attention to this game because it's cool. It's a real-time strategy game. I mean, this is what my channel is all about. It will not be a regular series. The replayability, especially before multiplayer is added, is very, very low. So I don't feel like... I'm going to slaughter this guy real quick because we need some food. So I don't feel like this is going to be a full-fledged series. There's really no reason for it. This is a cool early access game, and then once I'll play it some more once it updates, kind of a thing. So we've got a lot of people collecting food, but I want to capitalize on other resource production. Go over there. Come over here. And you're going to build a mine there as well. Now, as you can see, we're already at -3. That's pretty intense. And we've leveled up yet again. All right. Mining efficiency, I think, would be a pretty good one. But let's go with trading, because that does give us some pretty good benefits, as well as allow us to establish trade posts with any future clans that we see that we're not at war with. We're at 74%. Construction of a quarry is complete. Arvid has reached the famed title Thane. We're close. We're very close. There we go. I like it. We're not doing too shabby. I can't really get into these gates. We have 2 draugrs there. I have a brown bear there that I'd really rather not piss off. Plus it's winter, so I really don't want to do anything if I don't have to. These guys are doing pretty good. Overall, we have 2 happiness. Our expected happiness, I think, grows pretty much with the population. Here we go. I'm going to get these guys. Get these guys in here. See if we can't kill as many of them as we can. Oh, he killed one of our dudes. Why can't I go in there? That's a little weird. Alright, well, let's go ahead and head back over. So pretty good raid. Man, we are really hemorrhaging. That blizzard's really, really, really hurting us. So we do need to find a new source of food production, and that is actually in this region. If you can see down on the mini-map, we have a food. We have a food production thing. Now, hopefully, we have 2 slots here, which means we can, oh wow, we have 2 sets of fish potentially. Very nice. Oh no, we just have 2 slots for fish. That's what it is. I gotcha. As soon as winter passes and we're able to, we will definitely, good lord, we're going to be right on the brink. We're going to start upgrading our places. Just makes sense. We're getting just out of that blizzard. That was awful. We're going to have to slaughter another sheep just to make it through. There's a wolf there, so we don't want to mess with him. We're healing. Everything's pretty decently hunky-dory. We're only at +1 happiness because we have only 2 military units and we don't have that much. Actually, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get here. He's at 48%, alright. An unknown clan has obtained Baldur's Blessing 3 more and he will achieve victory. Again, that was that research thing I was telling you about earlier. Baldur's Blessing, so he's chosen +3 happiness. It's a pretty good one. Allow him to expand a little quicker. We can take on 1 bear. Take it on. And as you can see, we're really falling behind. We don't exactly have the best location for stuff. Upgraded town hall requires 10 stone. And we need 160, which we can kind of negate by doing colonization. It's now only 110. Let's go ahead and colonize it, because that will bring us some more happiness, which means we can do some more food as well. There we go. And we have officially reached Thanehood. All production gains +1% per positive happiness. What is this? Available trade route. We have an available trade route. If we can sacrifice food, we'll get 2 crowns. 3 crowns for that. Not really. Nah. I'm good. Unknown clan has obtained Jord's Blessing. Good for E. 3 fully prepared men. Get out of here. There we go. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. Boom. We have too many wounded. We do have 4 wounded. Go in there. All right. So again, once he's done, he will heal. After he's done healing that warrior, he will heal that miner. And we're currently making +7 food. Overall, not too bad. We are certainly not remotely in first place, but we are getting there. I'm going to go ahead, for my last little bit, we're going to build a fisherman's hut. Going to build it over here, and then again we have that fishing depot thing, so we'll be able to go into there. Go over that way. Man, they're just conquering, aren't they? Heal up, my friends, heal up. And guys, we're not going to be able to get this finished, I don't think. Well, yeah, we will. Right at the very edge. Go this way. Just waiting. He's almost done. There we go. That's really going to increase our food supply. As you can see there, he's just going to come down here. He's going to fish. And that will be the end of today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. So, I hope you have enjoyed Northgard. Like I said, it is out right now. So go in and enjoy it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the game in general. Once everything kind of settles down, they start really being able to get to development. And again, multiplayer will be really, really fun. I know Incoherence has already put up a video, and I'm looking forward to playing with him. We've already been chit-chatting back and forth about it. So guys, if you enjoyed Northgard, this RTS strategy game, be sure to let me know. Give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Again, be on the lookout for more episodes as we get things rolling. And hopefully be able to conquer a little more and do a little more stuff than we did before. Anyways, guys, this is Havoc, and I'm out of here. Peace!